Welcome to Esther Equation Corner. So today we want to resolve this Harvard entrance exam. We have cube root of 5 minus 2 root 13. Solution. Now let's make let A be equal to the cube root of 5 minus 2 root 13. And let B be equal to the cube root of 5 plus 2 root 13. So we can call this our equation 1 and we can name this our equation 2. So from here we can actually get our a to the power of 3 to be equal to 5 minus 2 root 13 and our b to the power of 3 to be equal to 5 plus 2 root 13. So this is equation 3 and this is equation 4. Since we have a to the power of 3 and b to the power of 3, our a to the power of 3 plus b to the power of 3 will simply be equal to this plus this. So we have 5 minus 2 root 13 plus 5 plus 2 root 13. So when we simplify, our a cube plus b cube will be equal to, we have 5 plus 5 which is 10. This will cancel out this. So a to the power of 3 plus b to the power of 3 is equal to 10. Let's name this equation 5. Since we've gotten a cube plus b cube, we'll go ahead to get a cube times b cube, which will be equal to 5 minus 2 root 13 times 5 plus 2 root 13. So this is the same as ab all to the power of 3 equal to 5 minus 2 root 13 times 5 plus 2 root 13. We can take the square root of both sides, the cube root of both sides. So this becomes ab equal to the cube root of 5 minus 2 root 13 times 5 plus 2 root 13. So our AB will be equal to the cube root of, when we open up this bracket, we have 25 plus 10 root 13 minus 10 root 13 minus 4. 2 times 2 is 4. Root 13 times root 13, we have 13. So AB will be equal to the cube root of, we have 25. This will cancel out this. 4 times 13, we have minus 52. So AB will be equal to the cube root of minus 27. So our AB will be equal to, factor out the minus sign, cube root of 27 is 3. So AB is equal to minus 3. Let's name this equation 6. We've gotten a times b, and we also have a cube plus b cube. When we have a cube plus b cube, this is equal to a plus b times a cube plus b cube minus 3ab. So we can as well rewrite this as a to the power of 3 plus b to the power of 3, or equal to a plus b to the power of 3 minus 3ab times a plus b. Let k be equal to a plus b. If k is equal to a plus b, let's recall equation 5. A cube plus b cube equal to 10. So our a cube plus b cube is equal to 10. That means this equation, a cube plus b cube is 10. We have 10 equal to our a plus b is k. So we have k to the power of 3 minus, remember our a times b is minus 3. So we have minus 3 brackets minus 3, and our a plus b is k. So this is k. So simplifying this equation, we have 10 equal to k to the power of 3 minus 3 times minus 3 is 9 times k. From here we can rearrange this equation to have k to the power of 3 plus 9k minus 10, or equal to 0. So this is a cubic equation. We can actually factor this to have k to the power of 3 plus 9k minus 1 minus 9, or equal to 0. So this is the same as k to the power of 3 minus 1 plus 9k minus 9, or equal to 0. But we know that a to the power of 3 minus b to the power of 3 is the same as a minus b times a squared plus ab plus b squared. So this simply means that this equation will become k to the power of 3 minus 1 to the power of 3, which is now equal to k minus 1 k squared plus k plus 1. So from here we have that k minus 1 k squared plus k plus 1, or equal to 0. Okay, we still have 9k minus 9. So this simply means that k minus 1 k squared plus k plus 1. We'll be adding this 9k minus 9, which will be added here, plus 9k minus 9, or equal to 0. So from here we'll now simplify. K minus 1, adding this with this, we'll be having k squared plus k plus 1 plus, let's factor out 9 from here. We have 9 times k minus 1, or equal to 0. So this will now be k minus 1. Since we have two of them, we factor the 2 out, times k squared plus k plus 1 plus 9, or equal to 0. So this simply means that k minus 1 is equal to 0, and k squared plus k plus 10 is equal to 0. So simplifying this linear equation, we have that k is equal to 1. So this is the first value of k, and for this we don't want to work with a complex solution. So when we check the discriminant of this quadratic equation, if it's a complex number, simply means that we'll be working with k equal to 1. So we have our d to be equal to square root of b squared minus 4ac, and we have a to be equal to 1, b to be equal to 1, and c to be equal to 10. So our d will be equal to 1 squared minus 4 times 1 times 10. So this is equal to the square root of 1 minus 40. So our d is equal to root minus 39. So this is rejected. Thus our k is equal to 1. So we'll be working with this value. But let's remember that we made k to be equal to a plus b. So if k is equal to a plus b, it simply means that a plus b is equal to 1, which is k. So we can actually call this equation 7. But let's also remember that our AB, we got AB as minus 3 and a plus b as 1. So we'll be resolving these two equations. So our a minus b will be equal to plus or minus the square root of a plus b all squared minus 4ab. So our a minus b will be equal to plus or minus the square root of our a plus b is equal to 1. So we have 1 to the power of 2 minus 4. Our a times b is minus 3. So we have minus 3. So a minus b will be equal to plus or minus square root of 1 to the power of 2 is 1 minus 4 times minus 3 is plus 12. So a minus b will be equal to plus or minus root 13. This simply means that a minus b is equal to root 13, or a minus b is equal to minus root 13. So we'll be considering these two. So this is case 1 and this is case 2. So let's consider case 1. Recall that a plus b is equal to 1, and our case 1 is a minus b equal to root 13. So let's add these two equations together. We'll be having 2a equal to 1 plus root 13. It simply means that a is equal to 1 plus root 13 over 2. So this means that a is equal to 1 over 2 times 1 plus root 13. Since a plus b is equal to 1, it means that b is equal to 1 minus a. This simply means that b is equal to 1 minus, remember our a is this, so we have 1 minus 1 plus root 13 over 2. So simplifying, we have b to be equal to, we have 2 divided by 1 times, we have 2 minus 1 minus root 13. So b will be equal to 1 minus root 13 over 2. It simply means that when a is equal to 1 plus root 13 over 2, b will be equal to 1 minus root 13 over 2. So for case 2, we have a plus b to be equal to 1, and our case 2 is a minus b equal to minus root 13. Adding these two equations, we have 2a to be equal to 1 minus root 13. So this simply means that a is equal to 1 minus root 13 over 2. A is equal to 1 over 2 times 1 minus root 13. So from here we can actually conclude that the cube root of 5 minus 2 root 13 is equal to 1 minus root 13 over 2.